Good morning, 26th of April here. 26th of April, oh my God. 26th of January here, Melbourne, Australia Day on the Sunday. So I haven't done anything since the last one. I just took the bits and pieces off, as we know in the last episode. But I did find, and I got a tail fairing for a 99, because the other one on it was just black, it wasn't the right one. So I did get a chance yesterday to go for a ride on my own one. I'll show you that. That's what we got, that bike there. So I ended up taking this man here, or this woman here, for a bit of a spin yesterday. I don't know if you can see that. That's my one. So anyway, but I hadn't taken that out for about over a year. I charged the battery the night before just for a bit more of a spin to recharge it, and it started up first go yesterday morning, and I did about 180 k's on it, glitch free, no flickering, no stuttering. They're brilliant bikes, these TLs. They're pretty easy to work on, so what I'll do now is, I've had a look at the bike, so we'll go through some of that parts. I just don't know where to start in regards to what parts we take apart. So, but yeah, I'm a bit worried about the water pump will be fine. I found the front braided lines, they're rusted. So anyway, we'll enjoy. So hopefully we'll go from there. So I ended up changing the oil, or I hadn't changed it, I dismantled it and pulled all this stuff out. So it's as black as, and you might see some of these holes in here. Easy way to get it off. I'm going to use new filter, so I just bang, excuse me, I just bang a screwdriver through it, because I haven't got the tool to undo it. You know, crank it over like that, and that loosens it. And as you're doing that, the oil comes out of that. It's just my own way. And you just throw it out. The new one, I'll get the K&N one, which has got a nut on the end of it. I can tie it to specifications. But for that, yeah, no good. So I'm going to test around on this oil now to see if I can empty it and see, hopefully it's all clear oil and there's nothing in it. And as you can see, leftover remnants. So it's pretty black. Anyway, that'll be disposed in our local tip. It won't be put down the drain, that's stupid. There's a local tip that we have, and they take the oil for nothing, so that'll be fine. So I ended up emptying all the oil. It's always good to get one of these little magnets, right, easy to check, and just run it through. It looks to be fairly clean. Might any of those little bumps, it's probably a little bit of grit, but there's no shining gold bits, so that's good. No, nothing in there, but that's just for the metal parts. But there's definitely no gold bits in there. The crank and all of that, so they're all good. Oh well, time will tell. But the oil's good, as you can see. Yeah. Okay, starting at the back. Those wheels are knackered. It's got an undertail, which has been cut. I don't like those, so that'll probably come off. Pretty dusty. Yeah, that's gone. It could be from an exhaust leak in there. I'll have a look at that. It's a bit of overflow. There's a rust spot on that. They've done the Airbox mod. The front wheel's a bit knackered too. The braided lines, master cylinder, the fuse. Someone's had a go at that one. There's a 30 in there. This green one's a 30, so I'm not sure why that's in there. Maybe they ran out. And it doesn't look like there's anything being modded into it. This one's leaking. Apart from that, what else did I know? Oh, the back wheel, rusted. Oh, look at that chain, yum. And pretty dusty, and I think, oh, I haven't got it, can't do it. They've done the Airbox mod, so. Oh, it's just a bit dusty, so I think I'll try and get it down to a level where I can actually wash it and clean it, deodorize it. I wouldn't mind taking off the lights, the fenders. Those calipers have got to be redone. But I ended up getting the tailpiece. I just got a hump. That's original. They're all the Chinese ones. Right. Okay. We'll see how we go. Okay, so they've added one of the douche, I think they're pronounced. That is on the stock one, is a yellow. It always gives you problems. Euro headlight is tied in there. Here in Australia, we don't use that. And to get those off, it's just these 4 bolts on there. You don't have to be Einstein, but I'll show you what the yellow ones look like. So that douche, let's replace this. Yeah, oh, sorry, that's yellow one. Always gives you problems. Bike's on the dash. You can see that I've had to repair a bit of it, but that douche that is on the other bike is just this. So it's fine, I'm gonna leave it because it's better, it's waterproof, not this one on the other bike. So headlight and speedo, tachometer, they're all off. So what we'll do is we'll tackle now getting this tank off. You can see this one here is just a air hose. I'll get that in there. That's this one here, and then you've got your fuel hose here. If I can see that, that one goes in there into the throttle bodies, and that's the return that goes in to there. That's got, can you see that? It's got a clip lock there. That's the return. That's, and the bottom one with the blue clip, that's the fuel. So we'll get that off now, because then we'll be able to have a look at the inside of the tank. What I'll do is there's a half a tank of fuel in there, so I'll just take that out, I'll empty it first. But for those who don't know, you get these tank stands. They sit inside the back here. Now, not many people know, but this little rubber thing on the end of it is what you take off and put on the return line, or the fuel line, when otherwise the petrol's going to come out. So that just fits over the top. I'll show you how we do it later on. Doing the fuel, look, it's pretty yellow. Old fuel. So we'll just do this quickly. That's just the air line. That can come off. I've disconnected that. That's the return line that goes back fuel into the tank. The one with the blue clip is the one the fuel line goes to the throttle bodies. That plastic, either rubber hose at the end of the stand here, it's that, you put it on that one. So we'll just quickly do that now. Blue clips up. That's all it is. No fuel comes out of that one. You're going to pull this one out. Right. So I've put another stand in here. So this is the one that we want up. Hopefully you can see this. But I've emptied the tank, so there shouldn't be that much that would come out. Plug that. Use a little bang. That's it. Done. So that's what you're left with. There he is. Over there. Don't forget, these tank, put them back in so you don't lose them. When you disconnect the tank, you've got the tip over sensor and you've got the fuel pump relay. Disconnect those and then the tank will come off pretty straightforward. Right, we'll get the fuel, the airbox taken off and we'll see what that looks like. I did notice missing screw for that, no big deal. It looks like they've done the Airbox mod, so some of these air hoses can be disconnected. You don't, that's in here, but we'll have a look at those later because some of these can be disconnected as well. You don't need them. And for those that want to know, that's the Airbox mod. You just cover those holes. They have flapper valves in there which connect to some of the hoses in there, so easy. There's heaps of instructions on how to do the mod if you haven't done it. It just adds a little bit of horsepower, so they say. Airbox, 2 screws at the front and then 2 at the front, 2 at the front there, at the rear those 2, and it looks like an OEM thing, and we can see a couple of bugs, but to take that filter off, a couple of screws, done. What it looks inside, they look alright. There's a bit of oil in there on the front cylinder. They look quite clean, those trumpets, and that's a standard stock Suzuki filter. I'm not even going to clean it. You can see that. Just, you can get cane ends or you can get Piper filter or Piper cross, but yeah, simple. They just don't use a Phillips head on these. They're soft, you'll burn them. Use some sort of socket that'll fit. So if I go back, it looks like it might be leaking from that front one. Don't lose these rubbers. They're on both throttle bodies. And remember, now's even more reason why you want to keep those blocked. That's not too bad. That's that goes onto the bottom of the airbox. He's done the mod, the Airbox mod, so they've put a screw in here because you don't need that. This here, I think that was the one that can be discontinued. You can just disconnect them all, but bit dirty in there. Anyway, not to worry. We'll see what happens. Oh, there's a bit of oil in there as well. Okay, probably from emptying the tool. That's full. That's all right. It's probably running too high, but we'll have a look. I forgot to mention, just me, when you take all these apart, keep all the screws in them, and you know, put all of that back because you'll lose those screws, they'll be missing. And then when I take out the trumpets, I like to keep everything back to how it came out. So I just put an R on that one, which stands for rear. I don't have to put one on there because you know it's the front. Anyway, and we'll put it all together. So I was just having a look at here. It's pretty, something's leaking in there. And on the other side, You can see all of that. That's all that gunk. But what I did notice, pretty oily down there. But see, oh God, out of the way. In between that, you'll see that little, God, hard to get. The water pump there, look at the state of that, that's swollen. I'm not looking forward to getting that. And there's a couple of rusted bolts in there. Anyway, it's all part of the fun, I suppose. I think that might be leaking from in there. Anyway, look, I'll probably leave it for now. You don't want to go these videos for long, too long. People get bored, skip through it. This isn't a one-on-one on how to strip it. It's just a basic idea that I'm taking things apart and then seeing stuff which I can't leave if I want to get it all back. I'm hoping I do not have to touch that engine. I don't want to pull it out. I get the throttle bodies out. I got the front to take out. I got to take the tail part out. But it's, what is it today? It's the 26th April. I keep saying the 26th of April. 26th of January, straight 8. It's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It's 24, 25. It's nice and sunny. Tomorrow, I'm not working this garage. It's scheduled to be 36. So tomorrow is pool and beer day. But look, I'll just continue on, post up the next one. Hope it's not too bad. I hope it's not too boring. And it's also for myself as well, because I'll be able to look back and when I put it all back together, just to make sure it's all going back all fine. But it's a challenge. It's not too bad. It's fun. Hope it was okay. All right, see you soon.